The year is 1976. Let's take a look at some of the events and happenings from that year. Cambodia is renamed Democratic Kampuchea. The United Nations Security Council votes 11-1 to seat the Palestinian Liberation Organization. The supersonic Concorde jet, operated by British Airways and Air France, begins its first commercial flights. In West Sahara, Morocco and Algeria fight several skirmishes over border control. In the United States, George H.W. Bush becomes the 11th director of the Central Intelligence Agency, or CIA. British crime writer Dame Agatha Christie dies at the age of 85. Mozambique, which gained independence from Portugal the year before, closes its border with Rhodesia. Bernard L. Montgomery, the British Field Marshal who defeated Rommel in World War II, dies at the age of 88. After completion of Operation Savannah, South African troops pull out of Angola after becoming involved in the country's civil war. Stephen Wozniak and Steve Jobs found Apple Computer. British Prime Minister Harold Wilson resigns as James Callaghan becomes the new Prime Minister. The Apple I computer is created. Reclusive billionaire Howard Hughes dies at the age of 72. Students in Soweto, South Africa, march against the use of Afrikaans as a medium of instruction in black secondary schools. These events will eventually become known as the June 16th Uprising. Mao Zedong, a Chinese revolutionary and chairman of the Communist Party of China, dies of a heart attack at the age of 82. 2 Palestinians and 2 Germans hijack an Air France Airbus. It finally lands at Entebbe Airport in Uganda, where the hostages, 246 passengers and 12 crew, are taken off the plane and held for ransom in the airport terminal. Some of the hostages were set free until only 94 mainly Israeli passengers and the 12 crew members of Air France remained. A week later, Israeli transport aircraft carry 100 commandos more than 4,000 kilometers in an audacious rescue mission codenamed Operation Thunderbolt. They free the hostages and kill the hijackers. 3 British mercenaries are sentenced to death and later executed for their part in the Angolan Civil War. Jimmy Carter becomes the 39th President of the United States of America. The 12th Winter Olympic Games are held in Innsbruck, Austria. Argentinian heavyweight boxer Oscar Bonavena, 34, is shot and killed in Reno, Nevada. The 21st Modern Olympic Games takes place in Montreal, Canada. 14-year-old Romanian Nada Comaneci becomes the first person in Olympic Games history to score a perfect 10 in gymnastics at the 1976 Summer Olympics. She goes on to repeat the feat another 6 times. Formula One world champion Niki Lauda is involved in a horrific accident at the German Grand Prix at the Nürburgring Ring. His Ferrari burst into flames and he was trapped in the vehicle. Although he remained conscious and able to stand immediately after the accident, he later lapsed into a coma. 6 weeks later, he was back racing in the Italian Grand Prix. He finished second in the Drivers' Championship, a single point behind winner James Hunt. Sarah Caldwell becomes the first woman to conduct at the New York City Metropolitan Opera House as she leads the orchestra in a performance of La Traviata. Popular movies of 1976 include Rocky, Taxi Driver, The Omen, Carrie, and The Outlaw Josie Wells. At the 1976 Academy Awards, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest makes a clean sweep. It wins the Oscar for Best Picture. Jack Nicholson wins the Oscar for Best Actor for his role as Randall McMurphy, and Louise Fletcher wins the Oscar for Best Actress for her role as Nurse Ratched. South African-born British comedian Sid James dies at the age of 62. He became popular for his role in the Carry On movies. According to Billboard, Silly Love Songs by Paul McCartney and Wings is the top single of the year. And finally, Boy George gets expelled from school. And that's it for 1976. Thanks for watching, and remember to watch our other videos in the series. Also take a look at our 1976 music and history trivia video. Remember to like this video, leave a comment and share it with your friends. But above all, please subscribe to our channel. Thanks.